I wanted to start out by first, let me introduce myself. A lot of people don't know who I am here because I've got a younger following. I'm on social media. I don't know how many folks here are taking advantage of social media these days, but yeah, I got about 160,000 people that follow me on Twitter. I've got 35, 40,000 people that follow me now on Threads, the new app that's just come out. I had a video that did a little poorly yesterday where I sat down and talked about Marjorie Trader Green. The elevator flatulator wants to take us out of NATO. That video didn't do so well, didn't do quite as well as my other videos do. We gauge them on how many individual viewers we get in a 24-hour period. That one only pulled in about 160,000. For reference, that's 2 AT&T stadiums. That is what I want to talk to you folks about. I wanted to talk to you about being a ride or die Democrat, but after talking to you folks, let me hear who my ride or die Democrats are. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Get loud. Right. I didn't think I needed to go there much. I think you folks are for pretty much well in the house. But I do want to talk about filling these seats. And I do want to talk about getting some young folks in here. See, I don't know if you know this or not. And I was just talking to a young man. He can tell you right there. How many people of your age group would die to be here? How many Olivia Giulianas do we have out there? In this area, I would bet there's about 20,000 of them. I talk to them daily, every day. Young people in their 20-somethings, people under 20. They're dying to be here. They're dying to be part of this process. None of them know how. And we're not reaching them. You know, I'm glad to see so many party chairs, and y'all are killing it. Y'all are doing, I mean, give them a hand, folks. These party chairs are busting their butts. They really are. But there's a sea change, folks. There's a sea change. There's something that's really happening, that's really changing. Do y'all remember when cell phones came out? Y'all remember when cell phones came out? Come on, there's enough people with enough white hair out there to know. I know, come on now. Y'all know when cell phones came out. How many of y'all said, I don't need one of those? My job don't need me to do that. There you go, everybody's pointing at their husband. I don't need one of those. And now look at us. We shop, we do everything on our phones, right? Well, there is a change happening right now that I want you to know about, because this is what I do. This is where I am. This is what I do for a living, is I talk to people on social media. There's a change going on right now that is just as stark as when cell phones came out. Nobody is watching network television anymore. Nobody. Maybe just a few of us old folks. Yeah. Everybody is streaming. Everybody's getting their news off of social media. I guarantee you, I will go home, I will sit down, I will find a subject, I will do my research, I will script it out, I will sit down in my rocking chair, and I will talk to 250,000 people about what's going on. That is really happening. That is really today's media. Republicans have not caught on to that. We have an opportunity as Democrats right now. All of you chairs out there, I want you to know this. There's a new app out. Show of hands. Give me a woo if you're on Threads. 400 million people signed up for Threads last week. We could fill this place easily, because that's where the young folks are getting their information from. They are. They'd listen to an old geezer like me. I'm not even kidding. It just blows my mind how many young people sit around and listen to me talk. I can't wrap my head around it, but they love it. I guess it's because I call Marjorie Trader Green the elevator flatulator. Instead of saying Lauren Boebert is undereducated and unqualified, I call her GED Barbie. I mean, people tend to like that stuff. They do. And I want you to take that to heart, folks, because what I'm telling you to do, all of you people that are county chairs, You need to be grabbing onto social media. If you do not have a Threads account, you need to have one by the end of the day. You do. I picked up 37,000 followers. No, it was 37 this morning, so it's probably closer to 40,000 followers right now. I reach out. Every thread I put out, I talk to 1,000 people. I put out 4 or 5 a day. We could have filled every seat in this place. We could have. This place could be full of young, just like that old boy back there on his phone right now. He could have been here. These seats could have been full of the next generation because they're dying to hear from you. They really are. But I need you to understand, how to say this delicately. Well, let me tell you about how I feel about her. Michelle Obama was the finest first lady I think we've ever had. I do. She was a wonderful mother, a beautiful example, beautiful human being. But she gave us a bit of bad advice. She said, when they go low, we go high. No, we do not. No, we do not. Not if you want to win. Not if you want to win. I mean, how many decades have we spent listening to people like Rush Limbaugh or Mark Levin or everybody talk about us like we were human filth? Called us everything in the book, including pedophiles. Attaching as much negativity to our brand as they possibly could. And we said, we don't do that. That's beneath us. We have good policies. We're good for the people. How's that working out for you? I drove down here today and I was told a couple of people, I passed a banner on the side of the building that said, don't be a jackass, vote Republican. That's what people want. Yes, everybody in here is intelligent. Everybody in here understands the policies. Every one of you are bright. Every one of you want to hear me just totally run down to the cussing pond and tell you exactly what I think about the Republican Party and their lousy ass policies that they've got today. Tell me that is not what you want. Tell me you don't want me to draw a comparison between what a Republican voter is asking for, which is a bunch of jackasses to act like clowns on the floor of our Congress, versus Republicans that are out there working for the American people, that are passing the CHIP Act. I could sit and list dozens of things that the Biden administration has gotten done. Tell me you don't want that. Then do it. Swing. Come out. Call it like it is. One of the things I did when I got here was I drove around the parking lot and I looked at all your cars. And there's only a handful of them, maybe 5 out there that have bumper stickers on the back. Why? Aren't you proud? Or is it that this is East Texas and you don't know how those damn Republicans are going to act? Are they going to break my back window? Or see, yeah, look at all the heads nodding. Look at all the heads nodding. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Be proud. Our policies are the best of humanity. Our policies are everybody does better when everybody does better. Be proud of that. And when you hear a Republican say something awful, you're an idiot. Speak up. Put it out there. And I'm telling you, as county chairs, if you want successful social media presences, forgive me, my mouth's dry. If you want successful social media presences, you've got to get sharp. You've got to sharpen those elbows up. You've got to be able to throw with the Republicans, because I guarantee you, the Republicans are not being kind to you. I see them every day. I hear what they have to say. They call, the things that they say about us is just not fair communication in a church. So I'm asking you folks, Every one of you, download the Threads app. There you go. Download the Threads app. Set up your account. If you're a county chair, set up county chair apps. Because let me tell you, folks, in a week, I'll talk to 1.5 million people. I didn't know this event was happening. I didn't. If I hadn't been invited by a candidate that was going to be on my show tomorrow, I wouldn't have been here. Thank you. I wouldn't have been here because I didn't know, because I'm on social media. And if you want to reach people, that's where you need to be. And I know, I get it. A lot of folks are like, I would rather pull my hair out. I would rather slam my hand on an anvil and beat it with a hammer than go on social media. I get that. Start with Threads. It's a great app. It doesn't have the right-wing algorithms in it like Twitter does. Start there. Start talking to people. Listen to what the young folks are saying. Because I promise you, right now, at Tyler High School, there are hundreds of kids in that high school that are looking to people like Olivia Giuliana. I was just talking to one of the county chairs that's talking to Olivia Giuliana. Do y'all know who that is? Do y'all know who Olivia Giuliana is? She's a 19-year-old young woman that is a sensation. She's a superstar. She has 5 times the audience I do. And she's 19 years old. And kids listen to her. She made a name for herself by humiliating Matt Gaetz. She did. He made her $5 million for her foundation. She helps educate about women's health care, abortion services, whatnot. He made her foundation $5 million overnight. Overnight. That's what social media can do for you. And the Republicans don't know about it. They don't. They're not with it. So, on that note, what I want to leave you with is that a guy like me, that looks like me, that sounds like me, that cusses like I do, can sit down. I'm going to run long, I'm sorry. Can sit down and talk to 250,000 people, and I mean individual people, on every topic. You wonder why Hunter Biden's not flying? That's not an accident, people. Because there are dozens of people like me that are destroying those Republican narratives on the daily. On the daily. And if you county chairs really want to reach people, you want to extend your base, get on social media. Anyways, last I'm going to harp about that. The other thing that I would like to talk about is actually being a ride or die Democrat. That's not just a name. That's not just a saying. It's an actual organization. I found it. It's where I got my start. In 2016, I looked at what happened and I was disgusted. I was heartbroken because I've been a Democrat my whole adult life. So I started the Ride or Die Democrat movement. And it's really simple. Now, I was a Mayor Pete guy. I was a Mayor Pete guy. 100%. But you know what? When Joe Biden won that nomination, I was riding with Biden, baby. And I am to this day. That's what it means to be a ride or die Democrat. You fight for who you believe in, because I guarantee you you have different ideas, but the Democratic Party is a big tent. We are the real big tent. We are from liberals like myself to conservatives to, we have the whole group under our tent. And we're going to disagree. We're going to fight like hell about what we believe in. We are. You county chairs know it. It's like herding cats sometimes, man. We Democrats are not like Republicans. We don't like to step along, man. We got ideas. And you fight for those ideas. If you're going to be a ride or die Democrat, that's rule number 1. You fight for your beliefs. You fight for what you believe in. You leave it all on the floor. But at the end of the day, my guy wins, you walk into that booth and you pull that lever for a Democrat. Every time. then you walk out of that booth and you fight like hell to make that Democrat act like you want him to act. And I promise you the same. If your candidate becomes the nominee, I will be in that voting booth pulling the lever for him, because the Democratic Party is the only functioning party we have. The Republican Party cannot govern. Those of you that lived here in Texas, let me ask you a question. Y'all remember what the state was like when Aunt Richards left office? What were the roads like? What was our water systems like? What was our electric grid like? We were the model for the world. Our highway systems were just bar none. I remember hitting the Louisiana border going, my God, what just happened? Now I can't tell the difference, because Republicans cannot govern. Republicans, say it out loud. It's okay to say stuff like that. Republicans cannot govern. I can't hear you, damn, I can't hear a word. Cannot govern, because they don't want to. It's not what they're in office for. Be proud. Be proud. Stand tall. Be a Democrat. Say, this is what I am, because your platform is the best of human nature. Be proud of that. Put the bumper stickers on your car. It'll be okay, I promise. They talk a lot. They do. They talk a lot, but they're not going to break your window, I promise. Put the stickers on your car. Be proud. The last thing I'm going to ask you is, who here is riding with Biden? Who here is riding with Biden? My name is Texas Paul Schroder. You can find me on my own channel on YouTube. I do a show twice a week called Coffee with Texas Paul, 10 a.m. Central. Or you can reach me. I'm a contributor to the Midas Touch Network. Who here follows the Midas Touch Network? That is the future, folks. That is the future. If you are not following the Midas Touch Network, do that today. They are the strongest Democratic force out there. We don't apologize. We have a left-wing bias, because reality has a left-wing bias. So anyways, folks, look for me on Midas. Follow me on my channel. I promise you, every day I will be out there hitting each and every major news event that happens. We will not let it go. When James Comer says he has a whistleblower, I will show you that that whistleblower is a Chinese spy. I will show you with facts, with receipts to back it up, that he is an arms dealer and that he is on the run, has been arrested, jumped bail, and that is who the Republicans have partnered with, who they're doing business with. Criminals. Things like that every day. And there are hundreds of people out there like me doing the exact same thing. So if you want to fill these seats, if you want every seat in here filled, all of you county chairs, you Shirley, every one of you organizations need to start a social media presence, sharpen up your elbows, and start throwing. And I guarantee you, the next decade will be a Democratic decade. Anyways, folks, I appreciate you sending me. I'm sorry I went long. But it was great to talk to you.